Okay. Once again, in the end, when it comes down to it, according to the New York Post, the murder rate in the U.S. is still 4 times greater than Australia, New Zealand, and Britain. With the main reason being of use of a gun possession. Homicides in Australia themselves dropped 59% between 1995 and now, offsetting the increase in non-firearm related murders. And I feel like when it comes down to it, there's not enough talk about actually setting good or better better laws that help decrease the amount of gun use unless it comes down to a Sandy Hook shooting or you have Columbine, something that involves a mass amount of murders involved in it. You don't hear us as a country talk about that until it's on the news. But to be according to the Washington Post, 5 of the 25 most mass shootings in the last 15 years have taken place in the United States, so that's a pretty large number. And guns in the according to The Guardian, in their article about gun crime statistics in the U.S., guns are used in at least 12,000 homicides, 2,000 suicides, and there are around 60,000 accidental wounds caused by guns within 2011 itself. And my opponent, I just don't see how that is having how guns themselves are going to, are a positive rather than negative aspect when you have the statistics showing that the U.S. just, that according to the gun control weekly, there are 7 out of 10 murders in the U.S. are related to weapons of choice, which were guns. So even though our opponent's rebuttal, I hope you can see the clear position my partner and I have made on banning handheld guns in the U.S. and revoking this law and how revoking this law will help decrease violence and deaths in the U.S. and how the evidence is clearly workable and stated in considering the death rates in other countries and decreasing with stricter gun laws, and how the buyback program and the enforcement of these laws will follow through.